Chosen one, have you ever felt that gentle whisper resonating deep within your soul? That unmistakable sensation that something greater is on the horizon, as if the very universe is guiding you toward a new journey? This is the divine calling, an invitation to rise and move toward something magnificent, something only you can fulfill. This calling does not arrive with a deafening roar, like a trumpet echoing through the heavens. It manifests as an inner restlessness, a desire to explore uncharted territories, to break free from the mundane and the predictable. It is the awareness that the time for comfort has passed, and that transformation, albeit challenging, is necessary. It is God preparing you for something greater, a destiny He has already inscribed for you, awaiting the perfect moment to unveil it. The divine whisper may emerge in unexpected moments, during prayer, in the midst of a crisis, or even in the profound silence of night. It beckons you to cast aside the fear of the unknown and trust in the plan that has been laid out since the dawn of time. Familiarity and comfort may be alluring, but you, chosen one, have been destined for more. God did not create you for a life of mediocrity, but to lead, to transform, and to be a beacon of light where darkness prevails. Do you feel it too? The racing heart, the mind seeking answers, and the soul yearning for more. This is the moment to surrender to the divine purpose. Do not ignore this call, for it is the gateway to a life of true fulfillment. God is shaping your destiny, and He invites you to embark on a journey of faith, courage, and impact. The path may be unknown, and the challenges may seem insurmountable, but remember, God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. He is the architect of your journey and will be with you every step of the way, opening doors, moving mountains, and transforming impossibilities into miracles. Chosen one, it is time to heed that whisper and respond with your entire being. Your destiny awaits. Chosen one, often God does not reveal His plans through grand displays. On the contrary, He guides us through subtle signs, small divine nudges that, if we remain attentive, indicate that profound change is about to unfold. These signs, almost imperceptible to the distracted eye, serve as evidence of a spiritual transformation that transcends the physical realm and leads us to the future He has prepared for us. These subtle nudges can manifest in various ways: an unexpected new opportunity, a chance encounter that shifts our perspective, or an unwavering feeling of restlessness that beckons us towards something deeper. They are moments that, at first glance, may seem ordinary, but carry the weight of the divine plan. Every change in direction, every door that opens or closes, is a piece in the puzzle of our spiritual journey. However, it requires spiritual sensitivity to discern these signs. Sometimes, God allows our plans to falter so we can realize that He has something far better in store. At other times, He offers us a glimpse of something greater, a feeling that we are being prepared for beyond what we can envision. These are the subtle touches of His hand, guiding us along a path that leads to an evolution not only outward, but also inward. You may notice this change in small details: a sudden shift in thought, a yearning to deepen your faith, or even a need to shed old habits and behaviors. These signs herald the beginning of a spiritual evolution. They challenge us to let go of what we once knew and trust that God is leading us to a place where our souls can truly flourish. Spiritual evolution, unlike physical change, transforms us from the inside out. It is not merely about altering the circumstances around us, but about aligning our spirit with the divine plan. God often shapes us in silence and stillness, forging within us the strength needed to face the challenges ahead and fulfill our purpose. Chosen one, the signs are all around you. God is subtly preparing you for a new phase, a transition that, while not entirely visible, is taking place within you. This is the moment to be attentive, to seek divine wisdom, and to surrender to the flow of God's plan. Your evolution is not just a physical movement, it is a profound transformation that draws you ever closer to the destiny He has designated for you. The future is being shaped, and you are being called to walk in alignment with His plans. Chosen one, stagnation is one of the most subtle yet powerful barriers we face on our spiritual journey. Often, stagnation does not arise from significant failures or evident sins, but from the repetition of old patterns, the comfort of what we already know, and the fear of stepping into the unknown. God, however, does not call us to a life of inertia. He created us to grow, evolve, and fulfill the purpose He has planted in our hearts. Recognizing the signs of stagnation is the first step toward liberation. You may feel an inexplicable fatigue, a sense that something is missing, even when everything seems fine on the surface. You might notice that you are trapped in repetitive cycles, facing the same struggles and challenges without any real progress. These are signs that something must change, that God is calling you to abandon old patterns and move forward into a new chapter. God did not create us to live a life constrained by fear or complacency. When He calls us to grow, it is because something greater awaits on the other side of change. Stagnation may feel comfortable, but it is also an invisible prison that hinders the realization of our true potential. That feeling of dissatisfaction, of restlessness, is God's voice urging you to break these chains. Responding to God's call requires courage. He is calling you to leave behind what is familiar and embrace the new, trusting that He has plans filled with hope and a future for you. This may mean severing relationships that no longer contribute to your growth, abandoning habits that keep you anchored in a lesser version of yourself, or even leaving a situation that, although comfortable, is preventing you from experiencing the fullness that God has prepared. Embracing this new chapter requires faith. Faith that God is guiding you toward something better, something aligned with His purpose for your life. When you let go of old patterns and respond to the divine call, you allow the Holy Spirit to transform you from within. He will equip you with strength, wisdom, and direction to walk in His plan. A plan that will bring spiritual growth, purpose, and fulfillment. Chosen, do not fear challenging stagnation. God is calling you to more, to a higher level of purpose. He wants to liberate you from the cycles that bind you and lead you to a life of freedom, growth, and abundance. This is the moment to trust in Him, to relinquish what holds you back, and to embrace the new chapter He has already begun to write for you. The future is filled with purpose, and God is calling you to live in its fullness. Chosen, God's call is something profound and transformative. It is not an audible voice like those we hear around us, but an echo deep within the soul that speaks directly to the heart. It is a subtle yet powerful voice that reshapes our worldview and invites us to live according to a divine purpose. Discernment of this voice requires spiritual sensitivity, attentiveness, and, above all, a willingness to listen and respond. God's call often manifests as a sense of restlessness, an awareness that what you are living does not fully align with what you were destined to be. It is as if there is a gentle pressure within you, urging you toward something greater. This voice does not merely inform, it transforms. When God speaks, He not only calls you to action, but also redefines who you are, shaping your identity in accordance with His plan. Recognizing this voice means acknowledging that things around you are beginning to change. Perhaps you start to see the world in a new light, feeling a newfound urgency in your relationships, choices, and mission. What once seemed important may begin to lose its luster, while what was previously ignored or overlooked now carries a new weight, a greater significance. This shift is evidence that the divine call is resonating within you, transforming your perception of yourself and the world around you. God's call is not merely a directive, it is a summons to action and internal transformation. When He speaks, He instills within you a new desire to align your life with His will. This alignment is not just about changing what you do, but about shaping who you are, your thoughts, your attitudes, and, most importantly, your behavior. Suddenly, what was once acceptable to you is no longer. Choices that you made without a second thought now require reflection. Behaviors that once felt ordinary are challenged, and you find yourself seeking to live with greater purpose and intentionality. Discerning God's call is a continuous learning process. He speaks softly yet consistently, and His voice can be heard in moments of silence, during your prayers, in your meditations, or even through life's circumstances. However, this voice can be drowned out by the noise of everyday life, distractions, and the worries of the world. Therefore, it is essential to seek moments of stillness and communion with God, where you can hear Him clearly, free from the world's interference. Chosen one, as you discern God's call, remember that this inner voice is an invitation to total transformation. It not only guides you, but also shapes you into the person God created you to be. As you listen and respond to this voice, your vision for life will expand, empowering you to live according to the plan He has already established for you. This is the transformative power of the divine call. It redefines your identity, molds your behavior, and prepares you for a purpose far greater than you ever imagined. Chosen one, there are moments in our journey when emptiness seems to take over, when the things that once brought satisfaction now hold little meaning. These periods of crisis or existential void, often filled with confusion and uncertainty, are more than mere life difficulties. They are, in fact, preludes to something greater. God's call for us to awaken to the true purpose of our lives. These crises are not accidental. When we feel that something is missing, it is the Spirit of God nudging us, pulling us out of our comfort zone, and forcing us to reevaluate what truly matters. We may have spent years chasing after things imposed upon us, following paths that were not ours, or living according to expectations that did not come from God. Then, suddenly, that path feels lifeless and meaningless. However, instead of viewing these moments of crisis as failures or losses, we should recognize them as gateways to something greater. They are divine opportunities to awaken to the dreams that God planted in our hearts from the very beginning. When we encounter emptiness, it is the moment to turn inward and listen more attentively to the voice of God calling us to true life. Existential emptiness is like fertile ground. While it may appear desolate at first glance, it is ready to be sown with new dreams and new directions. It is precisely in this seemingly barren land that God plants the seeds of our purpose. Often, in our darkest moments, we see the light most clearly. The deep silence of crisis can be the space in which we finally hear God saying, "Now you are ready to hear what I always wanted you to do." These difficult periods have a way of awakening us to the need for change. When what once worked no longer makes sense, we are forced to ask ourselves, what is the true purpose of my life? It is here that God's call becomes clearer. He not only frees us from emptiness, but also invites us into something new, something that aligns perfectly with the plan He has laid out for us from the beginning. Many who face existential crises wonder why they are enduring so much suffering or confusion. The truth, chosen one, is that these moments are divine opportunities to redefine your life. They are times when God allows us to empty ourselves of the old so that we can be filled with the new. And it is then that you begin to realize that, before the crisis, you were living in a fragmented way, perhaps pursuing goals that did not reflect your true purpose. And now you are being called to a life of fullness and spiritual fulfillment. This awakening to purpose does not happen overnight. It requires patience, listening, and trust in God. But as you recognize these moments of emptiness as divine opportunities, you begin to see the potential that lies within you, a potential that can only be fully realized when you respond to God's call. Chosen one, if you are currently facing a crisis or emptiness, know that this is not the end. On the contrary, it is the beginning of a new phase, a phase in which God is calling you to a deeper level of understanding, fulfillment, and life. He is inviting you to let go of what no longer serves you and to move toward a future filled with purpose, where your dreams, aligned with divine will, become reality. Open your ears and heart, for it is in the midst of the crisis that the true purpose of your life may finally be revealed. Chosen one, nothing exemplifies the power of the divine call better than the transformed lives of those who have heard and obeyed God's voice. Responding to the call not only alters the course of our lives, but also leads us to a deeper understanding of who we truly are, revealing our true essence and purpose. Let us delve into real testimonies of transformation that illustrate how obedience to the divine call opens doors to opportunities that once seemed unattainable and brings a new perspective on one's own being. The story of Moses is one of the most well-known in the Bible, and powerfully exemplifies the impact of hearing and following the divine call. Moses, who had fled Egypt and lived in exile as a shepherd, likely thought his time serving his people was over. However, when God called him through the burning bush, Moses was challenged to return to Egypt to free the Israelites from slavery. Even though he was hesitant and insecure about his abilities, Moses obeyed the call and, as a result, not only became the great liberator of his people, but also discovered a strength and leadership within himself that he had never imagined he possessed. His obedience to the call led him to lead one of the greatest exoduses in history, guiding millions of people to freedom. By trusting in the divine plan, Moses saw doors open where there was once only oppression and impossibilities. His life illustrates how following God's call not only transforms the world around us, but also reveals the hidden potential we carry within ourselves. Another powerful example of transformation comes from the life of Paul, formerly known as Saul. He was a fervent persecutor of Christians, believing he was acting according to God's will. However, on his way to Damascus, he had a direct encounter with Jesus that completely changed his life. This divine call was so transformative that Saul went from persecutor to preacher of the gospel in a matter of days. Paul not only changed his life trajectory, but also transformed the way he saw himself and the world around him. He dedicated his life to spreading the Word of God and wrote much of the New Testament, influencing millions of lives even today. By responding to the divine call, Paul found a purpose far greater than anything he could have imagined in his previous life. His story shows that no matter how far we may stray from the path, God's call has the power to redirect us and give us a new identity in Christ. Catherine Booth, co-founder of the Salvation Army, is another inspiring example of transformation through obedience to God's call. From a young age, Catherine felt a strong calling to ministry, but in an era when women's roles in religious leadership were severely limited. However, she did not allow societal norms to hinder her from following God's call. Along with her husband, William Booth, she founded the Salvation Army, an organization that continues to help millions of people around the world. Her obedience to the divine call led her to break social barriers and transform the lives of countless individuals through service. Catherine discovered that by following God's purpose, she was also paving the way for a new understanding of herself as a strong woman called to lead and transform lives. Her story illustrates that when we respond to God's call, we are empowered to challenge limits and expand our own perceptions of who we can be. These testimonies show us that God's call is not just about doing great things, but about a profound transformation that begins within us. When we choose to obey the divine call, we are led to new opportunities that we never imagined possible. Beyond external opportunities, there is an inner revelation that occurs, a discovery that we are much more than we thought we could be. Chosen, if you are heeding the call of God, know that by following it, you will not only transform your life but also gain a deeper understanding of yourself. God does not call the equipped, He equips the called. By taking this step of faith, you will witness new doors opening, unveiling the hidden potential that God planted within you from the beginning of time. Just as Moses, Paul, and Catherine became living testaments to divine transformation by responding to the call, so too will you. In the spiritual journey, we are often gifted with signs that indicate the path God desires us to follow. Among these signs, a persistent restlessness is one of the most common. This sense of discomfort may arise when we are out of alignment with divine purpose. It serves as a subtle reminder that change is necessary, that there is something deeper we must explore. Moreover, the convergence of significant events can serve as a powerful indicator that we are being guided. You may notice that when you are on the brink of making an important change, various circumstances align in astonishing ways. These moments may include fortuitous encounters with individuals who offer guidance or unexpected opportunities that present themselves in your life. A sudden courage to pursue a new direction, even if daunting, is also a profound sign that the divine call is manifesting within your heart. Honoring our intuition is essential in the journey of responding to the divine call. Often, our feelings and internal experiences serve as ways through which God communicates with us. Acknowledging and respecting these emotions helps us align our actions with our true purpose. This may encompass moments of profound joy, deep passions, or even challenges that drive us to seek something more meaningful. Allow yourself to feel and explore these emotions. Ask yourself, what truly moves me? What makes my heart resonate? By tuning into your intuition, you become more receptive to divine guidance and draw closer to a path that reflects your authentic purpose. However, it is crucial to discern between the true call of God and the selfish motivations that may divert us from our purpose. Society often conditions us to pursue fame, wealth, or power, and these ambitions can masquerade as a divine calling. To avoid these false leads, consider whether your motivations are rooted in a desire to serve others, practice compassion, and promote justice. Reflecting on the impact your actions will have on others can serve as a valuable guide. The true call of God always aligns with love and service to others. By focusing on generosity and the desire to help, you distance yourself from the traps of ego and draw closer to the purpose God has for you. Responding to the divine call is a profound and personal process that requires attention, reflection, and courage. As you identify the signs, honor your intuition, and discern your motivations, you prepare yourself to embark on a transformative journey. Remain open to the opportunities that arise in your life, and remember that by following God's path, you not only discover your purpose, but also become a beacon of light for those around you. The call of God often challenges us to transcend the limitations we have imposed upon ourselves. This journey may require us to let go of harmful habits and toxic environments that do not serve our divine purpose. At times, this means severing ties with relationships that drain our energy, or relinquishing behaviors that hinder our growth. This transition may be uncomfortable, but it is essential for our spiritual evolution. As we let go of what no longer serves us, we create space for what God has in store for us. Remember that every step taken outside your comfort zone is a step toward freedom and the fulfillment of your true potential. The courage to leave behind the familiar is a clear sign that you are ready to embrace something greater. Acknowledging that the journey may require solitude is crucial. In many cases, spiritual transformation is a profoundly personal process that can temporarily distance us from friends and family. Be prepared for moments when you may feel isolated, for it is during these times that you will connect more deeply with yourself and with God. However, this solitude need not be feared. At times, it is necessary for us to hear God's voice with clarity. Rather than resisting it, embrace these moments. They are opportunities to reflect on your life, align your goals, and renew your commitment to your divine purpose. Also, remember that the support of a small circle of people who share your faith and vision can be invaluable, offering encouragement and understanding throughout your journey. As you progress on your journey, it is natural to encounter challenges. However, it is crucial to confront these obstacles with faith and courage. Remember that God guides each step along the way and always equips us with the necessary tools for success. Trusting in His divine plan means believing that, even in times of uncertainty, a greater purpose is at work. Remain steadfast in prayer and meditation, continually seeking divine guidance. This profound connection will not only strengthen your faith, but also enable you to find peace amidst chaos. By placing your trust in God, you become more resilient and capable of facing any adversity that arises. Embracing the journey of responding to the divine call is an act of courage and faith. By transcending limitations, preparing for departure, and trusting in God's plan, you not only undergo personal transformation, but also become a beacon of light and hope for others. Remember that each step taken on this journey brings you closer to a life filled with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Therefore, continue moving forward in faith, for God is with you every step of the way. It is a natural human characteristic to feel fear in the face of the unknown. When we are called to step away from the familiar and embark on new paths, fear can manifest as a powerful barrier. However, it is important to remember that faith is the antithesis of fear. To overcome this fear, begin cultivating a mindset of trust in the divine plan. An effective strategy is to reflect on past successes. Recall the challenging situations you have already overcome and how divine intervention was present in each of them. This not only reinforces your ability to face new challenges, but also provides the reassurance that you are not alone. Create a list of moments when your faith was rewarded, and revisit this list whenever fear begins to creep into your mind. As you respond to the divine call, you may encounter criticism and a lack of support from those close to you. These reactions can be destabilizing, but it is essential to navigate these waters with discernment. Not everyone will understand or support your journey, and that is perfectly normal. Learn to discern when it is necessary to detach from negative influences, even if they come from family or friends. Seek support from others who understand and encourage your spiritual growth. Join groups or communities that share your values and objectives. Connecting with individuals who have walked similar paths can provide a vital support network, helping to reaffirm your faith and determination. By wisely choosing the voices you allow into your life, you create an environment more conducive to growth and the fulfillment of your purpose. Doubt about our abilities and worth can cast a shadow over us all, especially when we are on a transformative journey. It is crucial to acknowledge these doubts without letting them dominate your mind. Utilize positive affirmations as a powerful tool to reverse this negativity. For instance, repeat to yourself that you are capable, worthy, and full of potential. These affirmations help bolster your self-esteem and silence the inner voice that seeks to demotivate you. Furthermore, do not hesitate to remind yourself of your unique strengths. Each of us possesses a distinct set of skills and talents bestowed upon us by God. Delve into recognizing and valuing these gifts. By doing so, you not only combat doubt, but also strengthen your connection to the divine empowerment that has always been present in your life. Trust that, even in areas where you feel insecure, God is shaping and empowering you to fulfill your purpose. Overcoming the challenges that arise when responding to the divine call is an essential part of the transformation process. By conquering the fear of the unknown, addressing resistance, and combating doubt, you not only strengthen your journey, but also become a beacon of faith and resilience for others. Remember that within every challenge lies an opportunity to grow and draw closer to the purpose God has for you. Remain steadfast, knowing that your journey is a beautiful tapestry of experiences that will lead you to a radiant future. On the spiritual journey, it is crucial to embrace the dual role of creator and creation. As divine beings, we are masterpieces of God, crafted with love and intention. Yet, within us resides an extraordinary creative power that enables us to shape our destiny and manifest our dreams. Recognizing this duality is vital. We are both receivers of divine will and active agents in realizing our purposes. As we navigate through life, we must submit to God's will, trusting that He has a greater plan for us. However, this does not imply passivity. Instead, it is a call to action, urging us to use our gifts and talents to create a positive impact in the world. The balance between this duality empowers us to be creators of our destiny while aligning ourselves with divine guidance. Discovering our inner truth is one of the most vital steps in the journey of living our purpose. To achieve this, it is essential to connect with our passions and identify what truly motivates us. Engage in an honest self-examination. What makes your heart sing? What recurring themes emerge in your thoughts, actions, and desires? These reflections can unveil patterns that indicate what God wishes for you to accomplish in your life. Meditate on your past experiences and recall the moments when you felt most alive and authentic. These instances may serve as clues to uncover your true purpose. Connecting with your inner truth also entails liberating yourself from external expectations and judgments, allowing yourself to be genuine and true to who you are. When you align with your essence, you begin to live authentically and manifest what God has instilled within you. The transformation of understanding our calling into action is where the real magic occurs. Faith alone is not sufficient. It is necessary to act with determination and commitment. Diligently working to manifest our gifts is a way to honor the divine call that has been bestowed upon us. This involves not only identifying our abilities, but also actively seeking opportunities to use them in meaningful ways. Set clear and specific goals for yourself that are aligned with your purpose. These goals should be challenging yet attainable, inspiring you to grow and develop. Remember that every small step counts. Each action, no matter how minor, contributes to the fulfillment of your destiny. By acting with determination, you not only move closer to your objectives, but also become a beacon of inspiration for others seeking to live out their own purposes. Living your purpose is a journey that requires self-awareness, action, and commitment. By embracing your duality as both a creator and a creature, connecting with your inner truth and acting with determination, you align yourself with the divine plan and become an agent of change in your life and the lives of others. Be prepared for the transformations that will come, knowing that you are fulfilling a calling that enriches not only your own life, but also touches and transforms the world around you. The journey of faith and fulfillment begins with profound self-reflection. It is essential to pause and ask yourself, what is my divine calling? Take the time to meditate, pray, and contemplate the experiences that have shaped your life. Consider the moments when you felt a stronger connection with God and those that seemed to guide you toward a greater purpose. This reflection not only reveals the presence of the divine calling, but also offers clarity on what is truly important to you. Sometimes, the signs may be subtle, and it is essential to pay attention to the impressions and inspirations that arise from deep within your soul. Remember that each of us has a unique journey and a special purpose given to us by God. This is the moment to open your heart and allow the divine voice to guide you. Once you recognize and accept the call, it is time to embrace the transformation that comes with it. This journey requires courage and faith, as we often move away from the familiar and comfortable. However, it is only by stepping out of our comfort zone that we can become the best version of ourselves. Face challenges with a spirit of overcoming, knowing that each obstacle is an opportunity for growth. As you embrace transformation, you may need to abandon old patterns and habits that no longer serve your purpose. Be willing to reinvent yourself, learn new skills, and adapt to change. Faith plays a crucial role here. Trust that God is shaping your life for something greater and more meaningful. Your willingness to transform is a testament to your commitment to the divine calling. The culmination of this journey is living the divine purpose that God has reserved for you. This involves actively seeking profound meaning in all areas of your life, working with passion and determination. Stay attentive to opportunities to serve others and positively impact the world around you. Purpose is not just about personal achievements. It's also about how you can make a difference in the lives of others. Walk with the assurance of divine presence in every step you take. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. God is by your side, guiding and supporting you. By living with purpose, you become a beacon of hope and inspiration, showing others that it is possible to follow their calling and find fulfillment amid life's challenges. Your journey of faith and achievement is not just for you. It is a light that shines and illuminates the path for those seeking to discover their own divine purpose. Dear chosen ones, if this message has resonated with you and you'd like to help us in our mission to share God's message, click subscribe and pass this video along to 3 friends who need this message. We appreciate your support in this crucial work.